Hi there guys, and welcome back to another video. So this is a video I've been putting off for a little while and I just need to get it done now. Now if you've obviously been watching the last few videos, you know what this might be, but it's just something I've just got to do. The weather hasn't been on my side and it does look like it might rain again, but I have to get it done because I'm going through tyres and the noise, it's just a mess. So I need to get that done. On the last video I'd done that wild camping video where I just finished work and went camping. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that and it's something I would like to do a little bit more often. So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing that. Please let me know down below whether you did enjoy seeing that and you don't mind the contrast of greasy fixing van stuff to camping somewhere completely random. I'm just sort of interested to know what you guys think about it. But today's video is getting stuff done on this. And first of all, I've now got some new springs. So yeah, I'm currently running 5-inch Falconers on mine as we speak. I have got the Gaz adjustable extra short shocks, but I did have this on 4s, but I snapped one of them. So I've now upgraded and I'm on 4s again, but they're £1,200. Hopefully you managed to actually see that. But I'm going to be putting these back on and getting this thing back down on its ass, which is something I've wanted to do for a couple of months now. So that's the thing, but that's going to be an easy. So it's just swap the springs over and adjust the torsion bar, so that's not an issue. That's a very easy little job. As you've heard me go on and on and on and on, I have got my bottom ball joints. Sorry, tell a lie, it's my top ball joint. I've done the bottom ball joint, it's now the top ball joint. And these are in a sealed bag, yay. These are press fit. So these are going to be an absolute pain in the ass to fit, and I have been putting them off because everyone I've spoken to said it is a horrible job to do. But mine are clanging and banging as I'm driving and it sounds horrific, so I need to get these fitted. So hopefully these can stop banging and clanging. It is I was a bit worried because I thought it was the top ball joint that if it broke, the wheel does that weird camber thing. I'll try and pull up a picture of what it actually looks like. But turns out it's not, it is the lower one. If the lower one goes, it does the mad camber. And I've already done the lowers, so I didn't mind putting this off a little bit longer. So this is part of today's job. Don't put that on there. And the other part is track rod ends. As you know, I adjusted my top camber plate. It's not a camber plate, but you could adjust that top bolt to do the camber. And while I was doing it, I noticed that my track rod ends were a bit floppy, let's say. So I went out and bought some new ones. And these are not floppy, so I need to get them fitted. Oh, and last time I was on 4s, this thing was brilliantly low. I smashed my power steering pump off a speed bump, I want to say, and the fitting that comes off the bottom of it has been weeping ever since, and I keep having to top up the power steering fluid constantly, and it's now got to a point where this thing sounds absolutely horrific. So thanks to a friend of mine who breaks T4s, power steering lines, and a new power steering pump. Now the pump is belt driven, and that sits that way round, and that there is the bolt that I have given a little bit of a slap and is leaking from. So I'm not quite sure if it's the pump or the line that is the issue, so I got both. Might as well replace it all. Hopefully that's an easy little job. So I have got a nice little list of to-dos, and it's about time I actually got them done. So I'm going to stop chatting and explaining and putting this off, and we're just going to get this done. I'm dreading this. So the wheel's all off, jack stand, well, it's actually on both sides. The whole front, this has got some weird angle, but this is where we're at, and that is what we're replacing. Well, first anyway. Now that bottom nut is a 19, and then in the bottom of there is an Allen key. You can see on the new one a bit better. Inside there is an actual Allen key. So when these do go bad, you undo this nut and everything spins. So best way of doing it, 19mm spanner. Trying to do this one-handed with an Allen key. What Allen key is this? A 5. Goes in the bottom. Hold the Allen key, and then you can hold the actual spindle and bolt, and then you can undo the nut off of it, because else you'll just keep spinning and spinning. When you get to this point, you're obviously going to need to get this out. Now, yeah, again, I'll show you on this one. Is ever so slightly tapered, so the further in it goes, the more wedged it gets basically, and it's a pain to get out. Now, you could just smash on the end of this and get it out, because you're not using this anyway, but say rounding or messing up all the threads, put the bolt back on, make sure that the threads are well inside, get a hammer, hit the bolt, you don't mess up the threads. Ta-da! Now we need to get that off of the arm, which is the not fun bit. Oh, Jesus. Well, I cannot undo that to save my life. So what I'm going to try and do instead, I just can't get the leverage because of the angle I'm at to undo it. So what I'm going to try and do is get all the way through to the other end of this rod and see if I can undo it and take the whole arm out and do it that way. Because failing that, I'm going to have to buy a whole new arm, which I don't want to do because that one's fine, but I might have to. Also, all of this blackness you see is power steering fluid from my pump. As you can see, it's leaky, and it's just been flinging crap all over the place. But I'm going to try and get that arm out from the other end, and then hopefully we can get that undone. Oh, I really wasn't hoping to do this. So hopefully we can get that other end out. Oh, you fuck. Well, that was an absolute fail. I even tried to undo that bolt back there, but couldn't actually get to it. It's just not working, so I'm going to put all this lot back together. Ish. Not going to bother doing that top ball joint because I kind of need to take a bit more apart, and I really don't want to mess about with that. So that's a no-no. I am going to lower this thing, put it back down on 4s, because at least that'll make me happy. What a fail. Yeah, that's kind of pissed me off. But roll with the punches, I will get round to doing that. I don't know how. I think we're just going to get this thing back down on the floor and put it back on 4s, because I would very much like to see it on 4s again. Fantastic. Right, let's get this thing back on the floor and put it back on some very small springs. Well, there's that lot all failed and all put back on the ground. Now let's get these 4s put back in and lower the front. I think I'm going to lower the front first because these torsion bars can very easily be a pain in the ass. So we're going to do the fronts first. I'm not going to do a full how-to of do this because you've seen me do this lots and there's no need. But this thing is going to go back down where it belongs, and next time you see it, it'll be on its ass. yes, I'm a mess. Didn't quite realise how messy. But they're all done, all the way around. The front's sitting a lot better. The rear's sitting a lot better. A little bit disheartened that quite a lot of that didn't quite go to plan. I think I'm just going to buy track roll arms and just do the whole thing, because they seem like they've just rusted solid. And the ball joints, I didn't even attempt them. There's no point, because what's the point in doing half a job? I want to kind of get it all done in one go. I have got the puller, in fact it's right here, so I will get around to getting that done, but tis what tis. At least it's lower, which is something. A little bit of a disheartening video. So yeah, I just want to show you that it's not all easy plain sailing. You do come up against some hurdles, and yeah, today was one big hurdle, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Onwards and upwards. Next time we'll get it all apart. I'll get a few more parts. We'll just replace all of it in one go. Anyway, I'm going to go and tidy up because I'm an absolute mess. Just covered in, like, my back. I don't know why you're going to see that, but I'm just a mess. So I need to go clean up, go pick my boy up from school, and yeah, get used to driving this thing back on fours again. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and get myself gone. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you guys did like the camping, please let me know, because I'm more than wanting to do that. But obviously, if you guys can't be bothered to see it, then I won't post it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for putting out my dumbass. And as always, take it easy.